Welcome to the Brain Alpha.
All right, let's just jump right into it. We're going to talk about a pretty powerful idea today. What if you ran your life like a top-tier CEO runs their company? With real focus, real intention. It's all about switching from just reacting to life to actually designing it.
So, let me ask you something. Does your day run you, or do you run your day? I think for a lot of us, if we're being honest, it feels like we're constantly on autopilot, just reacting. You know the drill. You wake up, and boom, the outside world just takes over. Your inbox, your phone notifications, demands from your boss. Suddenly, your entire day is scheduled by everyone and everything except you.
Living like that, it's kind of like being a ship without a rudder, right? You're just getting tossed around by the waves of everyone else's demands, instead of actually steering toward a port you chose. And look, the secret isn't to try and fight the waves. That's impossible. The real key is learning how to steer the ship.
So what's the solution? Well, it's about developing a personal life strategy. Now, I know that word strategy can sound a little corporate, a little stuffy, but here's a really cool way to think about it. Strategy isn't just about what you're going to do, it's actually more about what you choose not to do. Get this, the root of the word literally means to eliminate battle. How cool is that? A great strategy helps you avoid picking the wrong fights so you can focus all your energy where it's going to have the biggest impact.
Because without one, we just get stuck in that classic rat race, right? Chasing stuff that looks like success. More money, a fancier title, only to realize we're on a treadmill that never ever stops. And here's the kicker. Success just doesn't automatically equal happiness. So how do we actually build a strategy that leads to a good life? Well, there's a framework for that. It's a surprisingly logical 7-step blueprint. Think of it exactly like a business plan, but the business is you. It all starts with step 1. Define what success actually means to you, not what your parents or your friends think. Then, you anchor that in your purpose, your real why. From there, you create a vivid vision for your life, say 3 to 5 years from now. Okay, now for the parts people always skip. You got to do a brutally honest reality check of where you are right now. Then, and this is so important, you choose and focus. This is where you decide what to do and, just as critically, what not to do. And finally, you turn it all into habits. So your progress isn't just riding on motivation, which, let's be real, comes and goes.
Okay, so having a strategy is awesome, but how do you know if it's actually making you happy? I mean, it's easy to measure a promotion or a pay raise, right? Those are hard numbers. But we all know people who have those things and are still miserable. This is where we have to get really clear on the huge difference between success and happiness.
It's such a classic trap, especially for high achievers. You check all the boxes, you hit all the goals, and you just don't feel any happier. So what gives? Well, this is where a model like PERMA-V is an absolute game changer. Seriously, think of these 6 things: positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment, and vitality as the gauges on your life's dashboard. It's your personal check engine light system. You might have accomplishment maxed out, but if relationships or vitality is running on empty, your strategy is broken, no matter how good it looks on paper.
So if that happiness dashboard is the what you're aiming for, then this next part is the how. How do you actually make the changes? And it all boils down to the one resource you can never, ever get more of: your time.
Think about it. Every single one of us, from the richest person in the world to your next-door neighbor, gets the exact same weekly budget. 168 hours. That's it. No more, no less. It's the great equalizer.
And that brings us to maybe the most practical tool in this whole breakdown, the 16-hour audit. The only thing that separates people is how they invest those hours. And this matrix, this thing, makes your time totally visible. It forces you to get real with yourself and plot out your activities based on 2 super simple questions. How important is this to me, and how much satisfaction do I actually get from it?
What you do is you literally map out your week on this grid. And the size of the circle for each activity shows how much time you're spending on it. Just looking at it, this simple visualization can be a huge wake-up call. It instantly shows you where your time is really going. Are you pouring hours into that waste zone? Things that aren't important and don't make you happy, like doom scrolling? Or are you investing it in the treasure zone?
But check this out. That top left box, the growth zone, that's where the magic really happens. These are the things you say are super important to you, but for whatever reason, they're not giving you much satisfaction. And the whole game, the core of executing your life strategy, is this simple. Find the stuff in your waste zone
and intentionally move that time and energy right up here into your growth zone. That's it. That's the move.
And look, at the end of the day, this isn't about creating some perfect, rigid 5-year plan that you can never deviate from. Not at all. It's about having a framework so you can make better choices day in and day out. It's like what the philosopher Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity.
Your life strategy, that's the preparation. It's what puts you in the driver's seat, so when that opportunity comes along, you're ready to hit the gas. So the final takeaway is this. The question isn't if you're the CEO of your life. You already are. You hold the title. The only real question is, what's your next strategic move? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and help us build the hype. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.